Hey everybody, it's Halloween again. It's time for us to go find our pumpkin. This is interesting as always because we usually can't agree on what pumpkin to get.
Kyle liked short and fat and I like tall and skinny, so.
Is that really how it usually breaks down? I feel like we're being a little judgmental of the pumpkins.
Pumpkins do have feelings, I'm sure, because they're living things.
Well, technically they're not living anymore.
Correct, but they used to be living.
They used to be.
So they can't hear us being judgmental.
That is a fair point.
I like tall and skinny. Pumpkins.
Apparently I like fat and short.
There you go.
I don't know.
Just pumpkins.
Just pumpkins. All right, we haven't actually decided completely yet what we're going to be carving into the pumpkin.
Which also would have mattered for the type of pumpkin.
Listen.
Because if you're carving like Cinderella's castle, you definitely need something tall.
That's not what we're doing this year.
If you're carving, I don't know, something horizontal, you do short and fat.
Well, we'll decide later. I think maybe the pumpkin will inform that. We're having trouble agreeing on which pumpkin to get. Jessica thinks
Somebody's a ding dong.
no, I'm not a ding dong. Why are you whispering?
Because we're in Walmart.
Why is it like sketchy to talk in Walmart?
Oh, and it's got York peppermint patties.
York peppermint patties. Those are fire. Jessica ended up being right about the pumpkin after all.
So the pumpkin I picked, the first 30 seconds we were in there is what took Kyle 27 minutes to pick.
Went and found our candy, got some other groceries and stuff like that.
27
This is
minutes.
Jessica rushes to decisions. These are important decisions in life that you
But if
cannot...
it's the same decision that I made 30 seconds in, it obviously was the right decision.
You were right. We got the pumpkin you wanted, even though it's scratched up and dirty all over it.
Pumpkins grow outside. You know they're gonna be dirty.
It's going to be fine. We got more surface area to carve on because we still have no idea what we're going to carve into this thing. It's finally time. So a little disclosure on what's going on. It's been a bit of a week this year around Halloween trying to get things organized and planned. So we're kind of having to do this pumpkin whenever we can. We actually bought this probably 2, 3, 4 days ago. It's been sitting in our garage waiting to be carved. So I'm getting a start on the pumpkin by going and poking the holes in our design. Not showing you what it is just yet, but you maybe can get some glimpse of it and guess it. You'll see it at the end of the video, just so that we can have enough time to get all this done. And unfortunately, the designs that our channel members selected for us this year, well, not unfortunately, it's a little bit more difficult than the time we had allotted, so I had to find a design that probably would be the least of the difficult choices. But hopefully it'll turn out. Hopefully you'll like it. So I'm gonna get started on all the little pokey things, like you have to poke the little design in so you can carve it out properly. If I don't do this right, it's gonna look really bad. So I'm already on the struggle bus. I promise those marks aren't from me, and hopefully you didn't see too much of the design there. I've already broke one toothpick, and I'm resorting to using a thumbtack, which I actually don't know where I put it now, which is a little bit oh, there it is right there in front of me, to start poking the holes into the actual pumpkin, because toothpick didn't work that long because I can't find my little pumpkin carving kit that I have. So we'll see how this works. Jessica just got home from work, so she doesn't know that I started this, so I'm gonna see what her reaction is to the design, and hopefully she doesn't reveal it all to you all when she walks in. This could be really interesting. Hey, honey.
Wow, you've already started the pumpkin?
What do you think? Don't tell them what it is. They don't know yet.
I like that. That's gonna be very interesting.
Do you think we can pull that one off this year?
I think this is doable because there's not like a lot of little intricate pieces that attach to other intricate pieces.
You and I are looking at two different things,
Okay,
honey.
but did you hear what I said? Intricate pieces that attach
That's fair.
to other intricate pieces. Like, remember Mary Poppins' umbrella, how we almost messed that up really bad?
Jessica, we did mess that up.
Okay, but we used toothpicks to fix it.
Jessica just asked me if a tack was going to work on this thing. She's questioning my methods, and I'm not happy about it. This
Because
is
who
you didn't think this was going to go through paper.
Who uses
What do you
a
use this for?
thumbtack? Who uses a thumbtack to do a pumpkin? That's not what I asked. I didn't ask if it could go through the paper. I said, is it going to the pumpkin?
That still begs the question,
No.
can it go
Who
through the
uses
paper?
a thumbtack on the pumpkin? That's the bigger question.
Jessica has completed all the poking into the pumpkin for us. Done a great job. Thankfully, you cannot see the design. You can kind of see her starting to outline it.
This won't tell you anything.
Yeah, we'll see if I actually got us started well or not. All right, let me give you an update. We are actually a day later from when we last left you. Again, time has been just a little bit not on our side this week trying to get this pumpkin done. Also, we might have bit off a little bit more than we can chew with this design. A little bit more beyond our skill level, so we're having to take we're actually thinking about scrapping the design altogether and going with something that was much easier. But now I've kind of reached that point where I'm determined to make sure it happens. So right now, while Jessica gets home this day, I'm working on trying to kind of get started on carving out some of these more difficult things to see if it works. And if it doesn't, we'll go from there. Jess is going to be home really, really soon, and I've made decent progress, I should say. I almost messed up one part of this thing, and it's making me really nervous that it's going to completely fall apart. So far, though, it's not the worst thing in the world. It could have been a lot worse than we thought it was going to be based off of last night when we were just kind of looking at the design when we drew it or marked it, and they were like, oh, that's not going to look that good. So she's about to be here. As soon as she gets here, we'll see her reaction, see what she thinks so far, and then we'll keep just plugging along with this. Welcome home, baby.
Welcome home.
You want to see what I've done so far?
Yeah, what's
Without-
happening? Whoa.
Is that a good whoa or is that a bad
Whoa,
whoa?
you've done so much.
Don't be careful touching some of those edges,
I'm not touching anything.
because that is very delicate work going on right now. That's
How are you even cutting?
don't
You didn't even
don't.
get the pumpkin carving kit.
I went up to the attic and couldn't find it, so
Genius.
yeah. So
I almost said we need to buy a new one, but here we are.
we'll make it work. Hey, this year is just about making it work, right?
It really is, but this looks very good. It actually looks like what it's supposed to look like.
Well, thank you. So I finished finally carving out the intricate design. We did this completely backwards, or I should say I completely did this backwards because
Intentionally, though.
Yes, because we were worried that there's so many small holes that it was going to ruin the integrity of the thing if we didn't do it now, like when everything was still solid and not already chopped up, like inside of it and everything. So now
I don't understand the plan. You don't have to understand the plan either.
listen, this has been such a crazy time this year trying to get this thing done. We're just going to go with it at this point. So Jessica, now that she's finally free from work, is going to help me cut off the top and start cleaning up the good stuff, which is her favorite part.
I hate this part.
It's like all the goopy
I'm not
goo
touching
stuff.
it.
I'm going to throw some on you.
I will quit.
You don't stick your hand in front of a...
Oh my god.
Jessica just stuck her hand in front of a knife. This is always Jessica's favorite part right here.
I hate this so much.
Why do you hate this so much?
It's the most disgusting feeling ever.
I mean, it is a little gross down there.
That makes me want to vomit.
Whoa. I'm not gonna lie, babe. That is a lot of stuff coming out of there.
I know. This is
I
the worst.
honestly didn't think this pumpkin had that much in it.
I know. At least, like you said, it's not slimy. It's just.
Well, the
It's
stuff
a
that I
little slimy.
would say the stuff that I got out for you though, that was really, really
It's
slimy.
not as slimy as last year.
That's true. That one was pretty gross. Maybe the trick is now just letting it sit for a little while in your garage, dry out. So I need to use this, but this is what my wife has been doing the entire time. So I had to give Jessica the job of filming something because she's over here stabbing things, cutting things that don't need to be cut. You're like a child tonight. Let me get this straight. You lit it before you put it down in there. We finally finished it, and it actually doesn't look half bad.
Freaking good.
Of course, we had to preview it before we show you guys, just because we wanted to see how embarrassed we were going to be.
Because
on
if it was
this.
going to look bad, we are going to be like, oh, wait, let's fix it.
So after all of the waiting, because it took us all week to do this, and after all of the one night of fretting because we didn't think it was going to work, we won't reveal what we were going to change.
I thought it was going to work.
I didn't think it was going to work. Some of these holes we had to make in here were just so thin and skinny and intricate that I was like, we just can't do that.
Also, the design definitely doesn't look like what we thought it was going to. Like, when you're cutting it out, you're like, this is going to be wrong, this is going to be wrong. And then you put the candle and you're like, oh, that was right.
So by no means is it perfect and are we pros at this, but considering where we came from, I think this is a good thing. So you want to go ahead and reveal it?
Yes.
All right, let's show the people.
Turn off the light.
Yeah, go turn that light off. In 3, 2, 1. It is a tale as old as time. Well done, baby.
You did it.
So that's our pumpkin for this year. This was a pick that was made by Daniel Halverson, who's a member of our Powerline Channel membership program. So thank you, Daniel, for giving us a lot of work.
Yay!
But I think it turned out great considering the stress that I might have been under trying to get it done. But it looks great, and I'm excited to see if some of our neighbors are going to even know what we did this year. I think we've got some pretty big Disney fans in our neighborhood, so I think they know what it means. So that's it for us. Happy Halloween, everybody, from Jessica.
And Tuxie.
The Stupid Tux. I'm kidding, he's not that stupid.
He's the best.
And us. Thank you for watching. We'll see you very soon.
Happy Halloween.